Come on in, welcome to my home. Today is our first official announcement of a book club. Yes, I am starting a monthly book club, and we are going to talk about a book or two that I have, and we can all read it together, that I have read over the month, and it's going to be, I hope, a lot of fun. If you're wondering how a book club ties into CM Coleman Home, it's easy. This is what I call my indulgent phase. When you're at home, reading a book can be one of the best things that you could possibly do. I love to read, so I like to make time, and every day I do 30 minutes of reading bare minimum. And I put it into my calendar so that way I have that time and I can read, and I just absolutely love it. So I was thinking, for the first book of our book club, what would the book be? And this is going to take some time to figure out what our book could possibly be, so you're probably going to see this go over several days. But I needed something that made sense, especially for January. I mean, January is a month where where we live, we're at home quite a bit in January, simply because it's dreary. It's cold. Right now, as we speak, the wind chill is negative 23. Not going outside or even driving somewhere right now. So I wanted something that was lighthearted, I could be self-indulgent with, maybe sit and have something to drink and laugh and chuckle, and it was just, I don't know, something light. But what would the book be? So while I was trying to figure out what book to do for our book club, I came across a few things which I thought, what should I do? One of my favorite authors is, of course, Irma Bombeck, who died a few years ago, quite a few years ago, and I've talked about her, The Grass is Always Greener Over the Septic Tank, quite often in my weekly vlog because it's one of my favorite books. There are also books like A Southern Belle's Primer by Marilyn Schwartz, and she has quite a few different books, which I love the Southern Belle's Primer because it made me realize that the things that my family does are quite Southern. Yes, we have a China pattern. Yes, we have a silver pattern. Yes, if you come over to my house, you're going to get fed. So it was interesting. It was a really interesting thing. But then again, my other favorite author is Alice Hoffman. I think she is amazing. I've read all the Practical Magic series. I thought that was really good. Then there is the series How I Stole the Princess's White Knight series by A.J. Sherwood, which I loved. I thought that was absolutely hysterical, really funny. It just made me laugh. And that's a really good book, but it just ended. Book 6 just came out, it just ended, it had a full thing. So I'm just like, what would be a good book for winter? And I'm not sure yet. I mean, we need the February book, because this will be a February book, and a lot of people are like, you could do a Valentine's Day book. No, I couldn't. That's not me. Valentine's Day book is not me. So Marilyn Sherwood would be a good one, but I also found another author. Julia Fowler is another author, and she, from what I can tell, because she does have she had a YouTube channel that was really pretty cool, but she has 2 books, Talk Southern to Me and Embrace Your Southern Sugar. And while I'm not Southern, I am not from the South, I'm from the Midwest. Like I said, there's so many things that my family does that are so Southern. So Southern. Like, unsweetened tea, what is that? We're not even going to go there, we're not even going to go there. So that is a really prime kind of book that it could be, so I'm going to look into those right now and see what I'm interested in. And so I was like, I'll do some research into her and see what she's done. She does have a YouTube channel, which I will link down below, and probably in that card up there. Her YouTube channel is the Southern Women channel, and it's actually really funny. I watched all the videos. She has not done any videos, like long form videos recently, but she still is doing, or just recently did, some shorts. So there is that. I'm going to do some more digging into her. But like I said before, the reason I'm doing this is because I read the book A Southern Belle's Primer, And I did like that. I liked that a lot. It made me laugh, and of course, as I was going through things and I'm looking at the whole, what exactly, what is a Southern Belle? Why is this even interesting to me? And part of this is because Southern Belles, are supposed to be these charming, well-educated women, and they have a tendency to be a force to be reckoned with. So that is always something. And then, of course, there's always this weird thing that my family does, which a lot of the things that we still do are very, very Southern. And like I've said before, I know my grandfather is from West Virginia, and his side of the family is from West Virginia. My grandmother's side of the family on my mom's side is from, they're from like Ohio, I think, and then North Carolina. My dad's family, we know that they're from Georgia. We're from there before, but we're going to actually get into that because we're going to be doing a whole thing with a family tree, but that's beside the point. Let's talk about the books. I really do like the idea of digging into this whole the whole construct of a Southern woman. What is a Southern Belle? How does one be a Southern Belle? Because to me, it's just this really interesting, delicate balance between forceful and demure, and like I said, I did like the Southern Belle's primer because it does this really cool thing, which I have done for ages. In fact, I've talked about this with my friends. One of the big things is you can't, as a Southern Belle, Southern Belles cannot say anything mean or bad. So the meanest thing that you can say is nice. That looks nice, because nice is an insult. No one wants to be nice. But there are other little things, like when you get something or you go somewhere, to have your thank you card already written out so that you can post it in the mail after jotting down something from the party that you were at to, or the dinner party that you were at to thank them. And I was just like, it's sort of this whole polite society kind of thing. And I personally really like that. I think there's something absolutely amazing about manners and that whole respectability. I know some of you are going to come for me about the whole plantation, but this is a delicate balance, and the whole thing about the Southern Belles, I did do some research into it, so yeah, we're going to go with it. And if you're wondering about, well, is it a diverse cast? Well, yes, the YouTube channel has a diverse cast, so there's that. It will be something really fun because I think it's just a little bit outside of what I'm used to. I want to learn more about, it's funny. The whole big thing about this is I like light pieces. I like something which is funny and fluffy and happy, and I don't like things which are just depressing. I've found that I'm not a big nonfiction reader. So, yeah, there's that. I want to be entertained. I want to be taken away. Oddly enough, I also like fantasy, and part of the Southern Belle's charm is the Southern Belle's fantasy, as they do their themed parties, and who doesn't love a good themed party? I mean, it's a themed party. So this is going to be an interesting thing to do. I'm kind of excited about it. Now, I have linked the book down in the description with my Amazon affiliate link, like all the Amazon affiliate links that I use. I've also linked the other books that I've talked about. Now, if you're interested in hearing more about this, you might try jumping onto Patreon, where I'm going to be talking about this as I am reading the book, because yes, I haven't started the book at all whatsoever. So I have no idea if this is going to be a good book, if this is going to be a bad book, if I'm even going to be really entertained by them. I don't know. So you're going to get an honest review of this, and I'm also going to review it probably either chapter by chapter or every once in a while, so that I'm not doing the full regurgitating, well, I remember sort of this. No, I can do it. I'm going to try to do it as I go along, so that way we can talk about this. But I'm actually sort of excited to do the whole book club idea, because it's just something that, at home, you can be at home reading a book, having a nice day. and really do enjoy that sort of thing. And with it being January, winter, very dark days, even though the days are getting longer, yeah, I need something light and refreshing. Now, if you're wondering what I do while I read, yes, I do play lo-fi. I like to have lo-fi or ambient sounds. In the wintertime, I love to have a fireplace sound going, maybe some ambient music in the background, but yeah, that's sort of interesting. But I love doing that. Alright, our book is all chosen, and I'm happy. I'm sorry. Books are all chosen, and I'm happy. I think this is going to be a lot of fun. If you have suggestions for books, let me know down in the comments. And also consider just liking and sharing this video, because it does help with the YouTube algorithm to let it know that this is a video that you are interested in, and it should share it with more people. At this time, I would love to thank these people from my YouTube members and my patrons who keep this channel going and make it so that I can actually, keep doing this. If you're interested in the books that I have mentioned, they are linked down below in the description. I hope you enjoyed this, and I hope I get to see you again the next time you stop by.